Hey, this week I made a pendant using silver and an Ethiopian opal I made. It turned out really good. Every time I make one, I get better and better, and I'm excited to show you how I made it. I hope you enjoy the video.
Lauren helped me figure out a cool design that I could use for this pendant. I really liked the way it started to look. The design I ended up with was kind of an evolution from the original design that Lauren gave me. I used two different programs to design this pendant. First was Fusion 360 to build the basic shape, and then I used ZBrush Core to kind of smooth it out and give it its finalized shape. I also used ZBrush Core to add a few extra helpful pieces for the casting process. The first step in casting is to create the mold of the item you want to cast. I'm using casting sand, which is sand, pretty fine, plus a binder, and this brand I believe uses motor oil. Once the mold is ready, it's time to melt some metal. I like to use fine silver because it is easier to work with. Next, I have to get rid of all the extra silver that's from the casting. You get to save it and you can use it for your next project. Ooh, silver dust! I like using these silicone polishing wheels on my Dremel to kind of help get rid of the rough spots and even everything out. I then do some additional touch-up using a file. Last step before moving on is making sure the opal will sit in the bezel properly. Next up is to solder on the bail. The bail is the portion of the pendant where you'll put the necklace through once it's done. I can't make these myself yet, so I have to buy them separately. After I put on the bail, I do some final touch-ups where I found some problem areas, and then it is on to polishing. The last step is to make sure that the opal will stay in the pendant for basically ever. This epoxy stuff is pretty strong. That opal is not coming out. And after all of that work, you have the finished pendant.